Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to another episode of Let's Talk Battlerap with your host, France. I got my man, Program V, with me. What's going on, brother?
Chilling, my dude, man. Thank you for welcoming me back
Hey,
after our Fire Smack Volume 2 recap.
Yeah, man. It's glad to have you back, man. We had a lot of announcements that Saturday.
A lot of big announcements.
There's a lot of announcements going on right now in Battlerap, so it's time we cover what's going on in the weekly announcements,
Let's roll them out, my brother.
So before we get started, if you want to follow the show, you can follow us on Twitter at We Talk Battlerap. You can follow us on Instagram at We Talk Battlerap. You want to email the show, you can email us at letstalkbattlerap@gmail.com. Follow us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. That's where you find us at.
That's right, man.
So
follow, rate, subscribe.
Listen, man, the first announcement of everything. Before I even start with all the announcements from Volume 2.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna transition to the end of Volume 2 to the announcements. There was a champion crowned Saturday.
He was the champion of the night.
The champion was ORAD. How do you feel about that?
I can't be mad at it.
That's the problem. ORAD keeps winning, and it's like you can't argue it.
You can't argue it, nor do I want to argue it.
Right.
Let me say that, because it could sound weird me saying I'm not even mad at it. He deserved it. He came in there with a lot on his plate, the belt on his arm, and he walked away with a flawless victory. He should get it. He didn't mess up, and he kicked Cortez's ass. He deserved to be champion of the night, man.
You know what?
Sorry, Taz. Brooklyn.
Look, the only reason why I would have probably edged it to John is just because ORAD came there. The crowd kind of had him as the favorite. He did essentially what he was supposed to do. You know? Like the consensus had him winning.
But to that magnitude, though, like, I don't think anyone thought he was going to sweep Poppy off his feet like that. You know what I'm saying?
I can give you that.
And on top of that, Cortez was fighting. Like, he was up there fighting for his life.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed, Rum, he kind of gassed out in the first rounds, and he didn't really live up to his true Rum Nitty form. I can't say that this wasn't a fire Cortez or Cortez that put his all into it. So you got a veteran who's up there giving you 100%, and he ain't even scratching you. You know what I mean? So
that's crazy. You think about it. I mean, he did out rap him. We're not gonna forget that. He did out rap him by a whole 6 minutes.
Yeah, he did. But
and for me personally, like
Cortez he didn't complain though. He didn't complain.
Look, we know how the Twitterverse is and the battle rap world is. They hate John. So anytime John gets a match announced, they have him losing.
Absolutely.
But Nitty was dangerous and was hot. So they had John extra losing. Like, people thought John was gonna get 3-0. I'm like, guys, this is a little ridiculous. But John came, bounced back, and won the battle 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of proved more than ORAD did, but ORAD had a more solid performance.
Yeah, man. I saw a lot of people on Twitter screaming out that Twerk should have got champion of the night.
He choked.
But yeah,
for me, it ends there. He choked.
It ends there, man.
And he didn't win the battle with me neither.
No, and Red, even though he had a couple of light stumbles where I thought it was going down. I said, here we go, Red. I said, don't do it. He caught himself like a true champion, and he fought back.
So at this point, champion's just going to just keep giving ORAD money at this point.
Yeah, why not, man? Why not, man? He's making them look good. They're making him look good.
Right.
It's a marriage made in heaven, man. So salute to ORAD for being champion of the night, my brother. You earned it. Great job, man.
I agree, man. I totally agree. So segue on to some of the big announcements. URL announced like 4 events on Saturday. They announced Born Legacy Supreme 2. They announced the initiation.
Which is confusing, man.
The Born Legacy series confuse you?
Because are we at Born Legacy? Like, the next number is what, 6 or 7?
Yeah, because it's Born Legacy and Born Legacy Supreme.
So Supreme are for the top tiers who are coming down to a Born Legacy level.
You know what I think?
What that means?
You know what I think? Born Legacy Supreme last time was vets versus a newer class, Chess versus JC, Big
so
T versus
rookies
Mike
versus
P,
vet, but
Young
we're not
Cannon
gonna call it that.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say rookie versus vet, like seasoned PG graduate versus battle rap veteran. That's what I think it is.
Okay, all right. So we got some more top tier cats up there. I'm looking forward to that.
So that got announced. Born Legacy Supreme 2. The initiation event in Cali. Shouts to Euro for expanding.
Shout out to KG the Poet, man, holding the West Coast down and really building it. Free Geechee if he's locked up.
Shouts to Geechee Gotti, free Geechee.
But West Coast making noise. DMV's making noise.
The DMV is making noise. They have another Survivor Series.
Survivor Series is coming back down. Tech and Gyms.
That was a wonderful crowd.
Yeah.
They were not biased. They showed great love.
They were turned up. They weren't dead. UW, you listening? Shout out to the crowd down in Richmond. They're hungry for battle rap down there, man, and they're getting fed. Smack is coming back, so you guys got to bring that same energy back.
Quick shout outs to Jack Boy. He's one of the youngest guys that spearheaded the movement to get Euro down to Virginia.
Yeah, I think he's got something to do on the back end with that whole situation of just like helping coordinate it too and putting it together. I
could be wrong here. I think he's 22.
Is he?
I believe so.
He must be stressed out.
I could be wrong. I'm just letting that being out there. I think he's 22.
Yeah.
And he said he was one of the youngest to spearhead a movement for Smack to come down.
Well, shout out to him, man.
And he is one of the youngest. Yeah. He's not the youngest. He's the second youngest because the first youngest ever was Calico at age 21. Brought URL
all the way out to Detroit.
But that's still a good accolade to have.
You realize that was Detroit versus Jersey?
Yeah.
In the midst of like all the madness that Smack was crazy, man. Like
he's lucky nothing happened,
dude.
Ain't nobody gonna get killed, Smack.
Shout out to Calico for holding it down, because they would have locked the doors for real up in there. Like you not getting past tricking them. Shout out to everybody for making it home in one piece from that whole event, man.
Yeah, man. So
big fan.
Another event in the DMV. I'm happy about that. And last but not least, Gnome. They also announced a couple PG cards in between. Yeah. But as far as their main stage events, then you have a Gnome. Yeah, Gnome 8.
Gnome 8.
I think we're gonna start there.
You want to start there?
I want to start at Gnome
with Tay Rock versus Goods.
Tay Rock versus Goods was announced. That's not the main event though, is it? I don't think it is, because they also announced Surf's return.
Yeah, Surf got the 30K bag, and I'm only stressing that because he stressed that he wasn't moving for less than 30, and he got 30. So whoever he's battling, he has to now 30.
Literally.
He has to. And whoever he's battling, I don't care if Big Daddy Kane comes out, if Jay-Z comes out, if Black Thought comes out. He's smoking that first round.
Is Surf's return the most anticipated thing?
Besides Mook coming back the first time. Besides Mook coming back for Solomon. Because, it's a different era now. Like, I think. Because when I remember when that got announced, I was like, holy moly. Mook is coming back. Like, this is huge. So, you fast forward 6 years later, and Surf is coming back. So, all those dudes who are now the head battle rap fans, they can't wait for this dude to touch the stage, man. It's been a year plus. It's gonna be electric, man.
You're absolutely
because the last memories of him up there was
once he lands that first hit, even that T-Top battle, once he landed his first haymaker in the first round, it's gonna be the exact same situation.
It's gonna you know what it's gonna be? He's gonna be a one-man gun titles. He's gonna have.
Were you in the building for the gun title?
I wasn't in the building.
I was in the building for the first gun title battle.
How crazy was that?
It was by far the best performance I've ever seen in battle rap, like live.
Yeah,
one of the best, at least. If I have to really think about, because I've seen so many, but that's one that I left the building like, wow, I ain't never seen nothing like this before.
People were losing their minds.
Yeah, people lost their minds, and it's gonna be the same thing, but just a one-man show.
It's gonna be a one-man show. Rock's gonna be standing there holding him down. Everyone's gonna be. You're gonna be able to hear a pin drop before his first bars. Like nobody's
gonna speak.
Everyone's just gonna be sitting there with the big eyes, just waiting to see what he's gonna say. And
every time Surf has come home,
it's a big moment. It's impactful.
He has an impactful battle right afterwards. He got locked up before his battle X Factor. He came back. You saw the X Factor battle. It's his breakout battle. He got locked up like for about a day or two right before he battled Big T in the sneaker store. The T-Top.
The X Factor battle was the battle for me that told me, like, this dude is nice. And that was...
He had a whole 180.
It's like he came out, the opener was crazy, but the line that made me say, this dude is crazy, was when he said, I put X in the box up top like I'm clicking out the page. I said, hold up. Like a little line, but then the way he broke down everything, I said, this dude is not.
That was a really young Surf. Like I think he was maybe 22, 23 at the time. And he called out X Factor years before that. He had a lot of high regard, respect for X Factor. And his battle right before that was against DNA. He was so unpolished. And then when he came back from being locked up and battled X Factor and found his voice. And found his voice. So
he's been running ever since.
Yeah, so
who do you think he's gonna face at Gnome?
That's what I was just about to ask you. See, well, let's speculate. He had a little list on Twitter a while ago. He said Mook, He thought about it. He had a little eyeball emoji for it. He had the gun emoji for it. JC and Rum Nitty.
Yo, from watching the trailer, it sounded to me like he's gonna be getting JC.
Yeah, the trailer threw me off too because like at one point in the trailer he kind of like mentioned Twerk, right?
Yeah, but then it's like,
but then he mentioned JC,
and I'm like, are they gonna sacrifice JC? Is URL gonna sacrifice JC? That's if it's JC doesn't stand a chance at all.
I think a lot of these guys don't.
No, but him
on his return.
Yeah. Any other plays, if he gets him in if he gets him in guerrilla warfare or whatever, like I'm like, all right, JC could even win this battle, whatever.
Right.
At home at Irving Plaza, JC would not stand a chance. Nah, he doesn't have the aggression. He's not gonna get in Surf's face. It would be ugly.
Other names on the list: a potential battle with Rum Nitty. Rum Nitty stated the other day the culture is calling for him and Surf. And while I do kind of agree, I don't think I want to see it on Gnome. What do you think?
I don't. It's not a known battle. It's not a known battle, and we know we're not gonna get Surf on Born Legacy for $30K. That's not happening. that doesn't make financial sense. And Smack didn't get that much jewelry from doing stupid things. Okay, so that's not happening. So, but Rum Nitty's a formidable opponent. Do I want to see it on that big stage? I don't.
I don't either,
because
honestly.
Surf is a showman and he also performs. Now Nitty does perform. He performs all of his bars out,
but he struggled in those big rooms.
Right. You know, we saw him versus Rock already. You know what I mean? And that wasn't a good look. And I'm like, do you want that on Surf's return?
Yeah, like he's already at a disadvantage for the setting. Forget the opponent.
Right.
At the setting alone, you're already kind of like taking away part of his skills.
Yeah.
Now you can put him in front of a guy the crowd is not going to turn against. I think Surf can choke and bring it back, and they won't turn against him on Gnome 8.
Yo, Surf is going to be able to pull out his laptop, scroll up, see where he messed up at.
And they're going to let him go.
They're going to go ahead.
They're going to let him go.
Go get your water. Get that water. They're going to let him go. So who else is on the list? Mook, you think Mook would be at Gnome 8, or you think it'd be Twerk?
I don't want to see any Jersey against Jersey battles. I don't like any Jersey battles. I hope it's
But it's not in Jersey, though.
Yeah, I understand that, but I don't want to see any more Jersey on Jersey battles, man. Like, all of them were they weren't good to me. And Twerk and Surf, I don't want to see. I know there's a little bit of tension in Jersey because, like, you don't see a lot of unity.
Right.
You could revert back to the ORED battle. Arsenal wasn't behind them.
Yeah.
And if it's been said before, like, Jersey, Twerk said it, that Jersey doesn't kind of, like, welcome him with open arms like he was expecting to.
Well, he said Red opened arms to him
and
Suge opened arms to him. I believe it was on Black Compass, that the interview that they had. Shout out to Black Compass.
Yeah.
And he said that, you know, he wasn't receiving the kind of big homie love that he thought he might be getting from Surf.
Right.
Or Surf's not even reaching out. These are his words, not mine. So it's no chatty patty going on.
Right.
But so to me, I don't think he's looking for validation from Surf. I think that kind of pissed him off. You know what I mean? So I think for him not knowing Surf personally, I think it makes it for a really good battle.
You would like it.
Because if you know somebody.
I wouldn't personally.
You know, like if you know somebody and then you go battle them, you might want to hold back a little bit. Right. But if I don't know you, I got no respect for you, and I want to be the top dog, and I just pulled my hoodie off and had what everyone's calling a top 10 round in URL history, I want Surf. Give me the head honcho. I want him, because if he's getting 30 and I have a back and forth with him, I'm now in the conversation to say, yo, Smack, I ain't moving for less than 12 now. And I'm the man, because I took on the head honcho and I did my thing. So if he can do that and bang out with him, I think he would bring... I don't think he's gonna hold back. We might see the most complete Twerk ever, and I'm up for that. I want to see that.
I personally don't, but hey,
he got to battle somebody.
What's the possibility of this opponent being Mook? Mook said on the interview with 15 Minutes of Fame that if he will battle Surf, that he say it's been in the makings for a while. You know, it hasn't happened yet, and he said that if he battles Surf, he doesn't want it in a small room. Like the fans need to enjoy it. It needs to be in a big room.
I'll say this. I'm not going to turn down a Murder Mook battle.
No.
You know, so if it's... I'm not going to turn it down, but I'm not writing home about it. I don't know what circumstances changed in the time being for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's because just Mook just hasn't really, you know what I'm saying, been around the scene. So then, like, out of sight, out of mind. I don't know. I just don't have that same feel for that battle. You know, I'm sure, like, if they promoted it in the trailer drop, oh my God, I want to see it. But as for now, man, I want to see him either have a dogfight with Twerk or throw JC out there. And let's just see Twerk my bad. Let's just see Surf just go to work for 3 rounds and just sacrifice Homeboy.
Let me throw one last name at you that in retro sense makes sense, but stylistically I'm not a big fan of it. What do you think of John and Surf?
No.
See, if we're entertaining Surf and Nitty, we gotta automatically entertain Surf and John because John beat Nitty.
I would rather see Surf and John over Surf and Nitty. Because I think John
he deserves it.
All right. He just arguably got Nitty out of here 3-0. And B, he's a good performer. And he knows how to play to the crowd also. He stood in front of Hitman at Summer Madness 2. And he just elevated his game versus Nitty. So he just stepped his bars up, stepped his lyrics up, his delivery up. So now you put him up against Surf. That's a Gnome-ish battle. I could see that at Gnome. You know what I mean?
Right.
For some odd reason, I don't know why I'd rather see... No, I still would rather see Mook and Surf than Surf and John. Right. But I wouldn't mind seeing Surf and John.
Stylistically, I like Nitty and Surf, but as far as what's going on currently, I would prefer John and Surf just because John deserves it. You know?
And he's doing a lot right now.
We got to somehow along the lines start respecting these wins.
We got to reward these guys.
And reward these guys.
Absolutely,
you know?
Absolutely.
So that's one big battle unknown that we're going to be waiting for. And you're all smart for announcing Surf and letting us speculate.
And you know what? We get to pick maybe. You know what I mean? Because when is that going to be? August maybe? July-ish? Something
Probably
like that?
August. Who knows?
Right? So we got a few months. These guys can still have 3 months so they can check out the Google Analytics and see what people are talking about.
Right.
And then put their money where the people want to see. So, you know, we still got guys who are out there campaigning, and we're going to see who Surf's going to battle. But that's going to be huge. Get your tickets ASAP pronto as soon as they drop that. That's gonna be the fastest selling ticket.
Wait,
ever.
let's do prediction right now. So when the tickets get announced, right? Let's say the tickets get announced before Surf's opponents get announced. How fast do you think the tickets sell out?
Before his opponent gets announced?
Let's say they come. The ticket sale opens before his opponent gets announced.
Right.
How fast do you think those tickets sells?
I think they might sell out in like 2 weeks.
Over or under 2 weeks?
Yeah, and that's fast. That's fast. Like, because even leading up to the events, they'll be like, some tickets still available. I think they say Homeboy's coming back. You start throwing up random pictures of Mook here, Twerk here. People, who's he going to battle? It's selling out, man. Right. 2 weeks and under, I think, man. So what you got?
I got the same. I say under 2 weeks. Under 2 weeks.
Do you think it's 1.5? Those few days make a big difference, bro. I'm not gonna go to the week. You think it's under a week? You think it's under a week and a half?
Nah, I'll say a full 2. I'll give it a full 2.
At least a full 2. Okay,
yeah.
All right. We on the same page.
It'll hit like by the 12th, 13th day.
BZ's gonna make an announcement like just limited tickets available. Get them now.
King of the Dot sold out the VIP tickets in like 10 days.
That's crazy, man. Shout out to Ice, man. Shout out to Ice.
So the next battle on Gnome, Tay-Rock and Goods. How did you feel when this was announced?
All right. Well, funny enough, watching the interviews, this battle was supposed to go down in Smack Volume 2.
Volume 2 or 3, I think.
No, I think it was supposed to go down Volume 2, the one that just passed.
Wow.
But then I think Rock said, hey, it's only a month away. There's no reason why every other battle should have a chance to be better than ours because we have less prep time than all of these other guys. And he was also saying that he think that Goods was ready to go because maybe Goods had already penned some stuff for him. And then Tay-Rock says, you're going to get a different Tay-Rock now because Goods wanted this. You know what I mean? He's like, I was just chilling, doing my videos with Cass.
Right.
Gun bars and all that.
Right.
And this guy says he wants me? And Tay-Rock feels like he's the top dog.
Right.
Because Surf isn't around. Let that breathe.
That's how we feeling? That's a whole other subject, man. That's how you feeling.
we not gonna go there right now because Tay Rock has been firing off at dudes on Twitter all day today. I don't need that heat rock coming at us today. But he's gonna feel a different energy when Surf comes back.
You saying that? I just thought of one quick thing, right? I was thinking about this the whole day. Like Tay Rock was going off on people on Twitter the whole day, right? And then Surf's announcements coming back, and I thought to myself for 1 second. I remember DNA said this on Champion. Timing for battles makes everything. Like, he had some battles too early.
Yeah.
And Surf and Rock was a good battle, hit 1 million, but it wasn't, to be honest, it wasn't as good as their other performances. Could you imagine had they never battled, gun titles never formed, and they're battling right now?
Oh, my God.
With Tay Rock being the face of URL and Surf returning, this would have been...
The roof would have exploded, man. The roof would have... If he drops... a buckle up bar against Surf. If Surf drops a £9 joint or crop top line, I'm like, come on, man, it's too much.
That was an interesting thing I was thinking. I was like, damn, imagine the timing of that was just a little different. Who would have known?
But I will say this, though. He's going to feel the difference because those are two alphas. And, you know, they're cool.
What I like about Tay Rock and Goods, it's a test for them both. It's an interesting match. It's a test for both of them because Goods has never battled anybody as aggressive as Tay Rock.
Yeah.
Goods has been the underdog very often. Like he battled Hollow. Hollow's more popular. He battled X Factor when X Factor's in his prime, and it was lyrically one of the best in the Midwest. He battled T Top when T Top was that new guy beating all the vets. The list goes on. He battled
Verb.
Now I think he was a favorite against Verb because Verb was still very hated.
I think that was kind of even, right?
Verb was still hated a lot in New York at the time, and this was Verb's first battle where New York was receptive to him.
And Verb won that battle, by the way.
Not in the building.
Oh, I wasn't in the building.
Oh, okay, but I can give you that.
From the crib,
it's definitely a debatable battle. Good battle. And what other battles Goods had that he's kind of just been the underdog.
I think even the conceded battle he was slightly an underdog then.
He was above conceded at the time. He was above him.
Maybe in New York, but I think around the country because remember conceded already he was coming off the Ars joint I think already
and that went viral
and that went viral, world star viral. And he was getting that other kind of love where it's like it's all around the country, whereas I think Goods was mostly a lot of tri-state love. You know what I mean?
But Goods gave Conceited the shot. So, like, Conceited asked for
Goods.
That's
right, because he came to URL. Yeah. You're right.
But regardless, the point is there's been many times where he's not the fan favorite and he goes into the match. So this is nothing new to him. But he's never had anybody. All those names we just named, those guys don't bark.
No.
At least not like how Tay Rock barks. None of them.
Tay Rock is going to be... Tay Rock has to chew his ear off. He has to get all up on him. He can't let him... It's going to be a battle between the cool dude and the extra grimy dude.
It's a battle of strategy, and
it's a battle of strategy and auras, man. And
I don't think it'll be a rap exhibition. I don't think we're gonna get the crazy. No, I don't think we're gonna get the craziest bar heavy battle. Haymaker here, quotable here, line here. I think we're gonna get a battle where you analyze all the details around the rounds and the way they bring their presence and aura and deliver everything.
Yeah.
Versus to what's being said in the battle. And that's what's interesting because Tay Rock doesn't change his style for nobody. He doesn't back down. And he when he battled Hollow, he kept his style the exact same way.
But he brought a full 3 rounds that time versus Hollow. Because, Brock usually starts light.
And then if it explodes in the second.
If his opponent's bringing it round 1, then he explodes in the second. But from the moment he was battling Hollow, that first round, he was explosive. And I've only seen that twice really out of Rock. I can't off the top remember which other battle it was, but I remember there was another battle where I felt like, oh, he's bringing it in his first round. And I think we're going to get nothing less than that and seeing how...
Yeah, he set a bar for himself because I think when he battled Disaster, he didn't meet the same performance level.
He knows it.
And he's aware of it. And there was a style clash. There's a lot of things that you can contribute to that performance. But he realizes that was a little lackluster. He has a bar that he opened up, that he exceeded for himself. So now that he has to match it and meet it. And Goods is going to be the perfect test to see if he can still do what he do to knock Goods off his game. And I would love to see if Goods can find a way to make Tay Rock, who's the icon of URL. Goods makes guys look little all the time. Can he do that? Can he do that to Rock?
I think he can clown it. Yo, that third round from the 2-on-2, when they were clowning on them dudes, man, if he can find a way to get on Tay Rock's fashions or whatever, or just find an angle to get in there and clown him for a good round, throwing some Goods bars in there, some classical Goods. He's got to take it because they're both also from the Lions Den too. So they go back.
You know, yeah, you know
what I mean?
that's interesting
That's
too.
another.
But in their Lions Den days, they were two different people. They were two different people.
Right, but still, it's like
crazy
to see these dudes come from that.
Right,
and now they're here. We don't know what went down necessarily. We don't know what they might have said to each other in the past or how they interacted or who's harboring what feelings. So we might get some little gems from back then. You know, in Goods, I'm hoping that Goods wants to go back into that bag also. You know what I mean? Because from the last show in versus Gyms, which just dropped on RBE, shout out to ARP, he was funny, but he wasn't all the way there. It was lackluster.
The excuse shouldn't be there. Like, we shouldn't accept it as an excuse, but he said it himself. I think the hip hop is real. Like, he felt like he was the favorite against Gyms, and he wasn't motivated for it. And that's an excuse that we shouldn't accept as fans.
Right.
But it is what it is. That's it. Throw it in the garbage because that performance, you know, I'm sure both of them want to wash it away.
Yeah, absolutely.
And quickly mention the Lions then, and it just hit me because there was a time Goods and Tay-Rock battled on the same card in Lions Den twice. The first time was the St. Louis and New York card that didn't happen. Who was
Rock supposed to battle?
Rock battled that night.
Hold up. Rock battled that night?
So, yeah, he battled some guy, I believe his name was 45 Focus. And right before
Hocus 4/5 or 45 Hocus?
45 Focus, I think. I can get his name. I forgot the name of it because we're talking about a battle almost a decade ago here. And it only one round, I think, was out on YouTube.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and the round's probably like less than 5 minutes. So, like, somebody was like probably recording on their phone and just throw it up.
Right.
Like, we don't have the full footage of it.
Damn, I didn't know
this is battle rap history right here.
Right.
And I'm guessing that battle happened right before the venue shut down. But that night, Good's supposed to battle Young Ill.
Right. And Verb
and Ice.
battle SB.
So that's an angle right there that Rock can use.
Yeah.
And, you know, they've been around in the same battle.
Each other, yeah.
And going back to Lions Den a little more forward, the 2009 card where Goods battled Tech 9, Ice battled Cortez, Tay-Rock battled Kaboom, Nems battled Dimes. This was back 2009. I was actually there. I was a young pup. I was a young pup. But like Black Star was so packed that they had like these TVs outside and everybody was outside.
I remember that. Yeah.
Everybody was outside listening.
Were you outside or were you inside?
I was outside. Yeah. Like, inside was all the VIP guys. It was all the rappers and their crews and people that they know and their mans. Like the casual fan, they came to watch.
They was just outside.
Unless you got there early. You know, you was probably at the back or outside because then the judges are there. And Rock and Goods both battled that night. And if we want to look back to their performances that night,
that was the Kaboom night, right?
Yeah. Interestingly enough,
was fire.
This is when Tay-Rock, after Tay-Rock got bodied by Charlie Clips, he came back, bounced back, and he beat a strong Kaboom and explosive too. He had the
controversial battle, man.
I had Kaboom.
Kaboom had the first 3. There was no need for overtime.
I had Kaboom round 2 and 3. There was no need for an overtime. I agree with you, but the overtime came in. Tay-Rock was just explosive, and Kaboom Kaboom didn't have a round.
The zip code bar ended it. Kaboom didn't have a round. Rock victorious.
Goods won his battle against Tech 9 that night as well.
That was a great battle.
It's a good battle. Yeah. Now you look back at it, you're like, damn it. And now I can analyze these performances and think to myself, what if they had squared off 10 years ago?
That's crazy.
So there's a lot of people may not like the match for what it sounds like, but there's a lot of history behind it.
Think about this. Goods could be like 10 years ago. I drove a car to that battle. Blah blah blah. 10 years ago,
and you took the Greyhound.
Whatever. You know what I mean?
You took the Greyhound.
In that battle, you had this on. You had that on. And they're like, yo, there's so many angles. Like, what if Goods brings out Charlie Clips? What if they tag team Tay-Rock?
Listen, man. It's not gonna be a bad battle, people. It's gonna be a goodie.
It's gonna be a good one, man. Yeah. It's gonna be It's gonna be good. It's gonna be entertaining. I think also coming off of what just happened with Goods, he knows he owes the culture one. He owes us one.
We got him in a position where we know his focus is there.
He may not. I mean, in a literal sense, his back is not against the wall. He owns 2 homes. He's doing well. Shout out to him. But in the battle rap world, your back is up against the wall, dog.
Yeah, there's pressure.
Like, there's pressure there because if you're whack and then you did that the battle before, it's easy for people to just be like, you know what, I'll see you next year, brother.
If he underperforms, and people will instantly try to drop his stock. Instantly.
And he doesn't deserve that. You know, he's been putting in work for years. We want to see a good showing, but we still need to know Who do you think is gonna win, my man? Super
This is
early
really
predictions.
My prediction.
Super early.
I'm going to call myself right now. My prediction is very reserved to change because I want to do a lot of research for this match.
Right.
Off rip right now, I think Tay-Rock, though. Just because I have never seen Goods against that much aggression, but I have seen Tay-Rock against a variety of styles.
That's true.
I've seen Tay-Rock against Surf. I've seen Tay-Rock against the DNA, Eclipse, a bunch of younger guys that are hungry in the game, like, the Brizzes,
right.
the Ill Wills.
Right.
He battled Hollow, one of the most unorthodox guys in battle rap and Disaster. So he's faced enough styles to know I don't got to change what the fuck I got to do. I just got to know. I just got to bring it, and I want to know, can you defend yourself from it?
That's it.
You're not going to beat it. It's can you defend yourself from it?
Or can you equalize it?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if you can equalize it, we've got a good one. I'm with you, my brother. I mean, Tay-Rock's been in his bag. He's in his groove. He sounds excited about this battle. And when he sounds excited, I get excited, pause. And I'm looking forward to this one. I'm going to have Tay-Rock edging it 2-1 early, simply because he's been in his groove. He's been battling consistently. He's been delivering, minus the Diz battle, whatever. He's been always consistent. So I got to go with consistency because consistency kills. And I'm edging Tay-Rock 2-1 right now. But once them blogs drop and the heavy promotion starts, I'm gonna revisit this. But I'm
gonna revisit the game tapes. Our first instinct, that's what I think too.
Word.
Let's keep going down the line of a couple
let's
of.
Let's go with the
events.
big dogs. The big dogs. Let's stay with the big dogs.
Let's say what you got next, bro. What do you think?
Is it Clips and Ave?
So we're gonna
May 12th.
Let's talk about this Born Legacy Supreme 2.
We
got 2 battles were announced for that card, if I'm not mistaken.
Clips and Ave.
And Shotgun Suge and Glue Easy.
Shotgun Suge and Glue Easy. That's announced also?
Yeah, that got announced as well, right?
Okay, yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people on my timeline talking about it. I've seen the announcements. So, Clips and Ave. Wow.
Clips. Early. Clips is,
Can I be honest? I full-heartedly agree with you. Look, let me tell you a quick story about Charlie Clips, right, that I had with him. Way back, I think this is 2010. This is before Clips Battle Verb. I bumped into him as a fan. And I was just like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Da da da. And we got to have a whole conversation, and I really got to learn about his style and learn about how he approaches battle rap. And this is before he battled Verb, so he's kind of telling me how he views battling before he built the legacy.
Crazy.
Before he built the legacy that he has now.
What'd you meet him at? What'd you run into him at?
I'm running into him in Brooklyn. It was crazy.
Okay, yeah.
So fast forward now, right?
Random. Yeah.
Yeah, fast forward now, right? He has, in the building at least, bodied a lot of heavy names.
Yeah.
Verb, Rex,
Surf.
Yeah. The list goes on, right? And maybe on camera it looks a little different, but he knows a way to give you this electrifying performance in the building that you walk away swaying like Clips won.
Right.
There's battles that he bullshit and somehow almost wins them, but there's something he bullshits and he clearly loses them.
Right.
And there was a little period of time where,
it was trash.
Yeah, he just wasn't on his A game.
Phoning it in.
And keep it a buck, I always say this, after 50 battles, sometimes I just get surprised. The motivation is there. Yeah, I'm surprised the motivation is there. But his 2017 was underrated, man. Nobody talks about it.
He had a good low-key 2017.
He had an amazing a great bounce back, but it's as if it went on deaf ears.
Why do you think that is, though?
Man, I think one could be for the fans that only follow URL. They probably weren't following him on the other leagues. Two, I think some of the matches that he took, they were good matches, but they just didn't have the aura, promo, or the timing. Him and Chilla Jones, they were scheduled to battle way back, I think in 2014.
No, they did battle. They battled at the
but it never got released.
Right.
Because
the strep throat.
Yeah, Clips had strep throat, so the performance came out bad, never got released. So they got announced again. So one aspect, you're like, I'm not motivated for this because it happened. It happened already.
Right.
Some people are like, oh, Chilla Jones is this way, or Clips is not gonna take it serious. It's on Guerrilla Warfare, or I think it was on Black Ice Cartel.
Yeah, Black Ice. Yeah.
So they're like, oh, I don't know about the crowd.
That was the night that with DNA killed Danger Zone, right?
No, that was the night the 2-on-2, I believe, with K-Shine, DNA, and the QPs.
Oh, that was the one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So going back to it,
Clips was fire.
Clips was amazing against
fire.
First, before I'm talking about Clips, Chilla Jones came with it. Like he was motivated to beat Clips.
Yep.
And I was like, when I heard Chilla's rounds, I was like, damn, Chilla actually wants to kill him. I think Clips is gonna get killed because I don't expect Clips to be this motivated.
Yeah.
And he found a way to like sterilize all that.
Yo, he killed him.
Yeah.
Yo, when Charlie Clips is focused and he's in his bag, he's unbeatable. And the way I look at this battle is personality versus lack of personality. And Charlie Clips lights up a room when he comes in. Even at the Smack Volume 2, he's there cracking jokes. You're paying attention to him more than, you know what I'm saying, than you're paying attention to some of the battles that are out there.
I don't think Clips can punch with Av for a whole 3 rounds.
He don't need to.
I don't think he
doesn't want to.
I don't think he'll try to. I don't think he will. I think he'll try for a round, maybe half a round.
Yeah.
But he has so many other skills that can just easily like neutralize what Av needs to do.
He's just gonna walk out there and just breeze through it, man. He's gonna be fully prepared, I believe, because he hasn't been taking a bunch of battles recently. This is a big platform for him. He sees what's going on. He's got his spot with Nick Cannon. This only helps him continue to be a shooting star. He's got his league. He's got to represent all of that. Kind of like how John John's carrying himself now. Like, John may have slacked in some battles, but now that he's a league owner and he's got to represent for his Bulls coming up and show them the way to be a professional and to go in there and get wins, I feel like he's carrying himself different. Right. So I think Clips also has that added factor to not that he needs it, but I think that's going to help him even more. And I think he's going to come in there. So he's going to flex all over Av.
Look, I won't underestimate Av too much because I don't doubt that Av realizes like, yo, I have a chance to. He goes, I know I can outpunch Clips. For a fact, we're admitting this early.
Right.
Clips cannot outpunch Av. No. So if Clips tries to do that for 3 rounds, my pick will change.
He's gonna get cooked. But 4 ball setups.
Av realizes that he has that one dominant strength over Clips. He's still fresh in the game where like he has less than 15 battles, I believe. So he's still fresh in the game where he can give you those extreme high quality performances. You know, and Clips is smart. He's well aware that Av is gonna come with it. So Clips is like, yo, I'm gonna be in my bag.
He's gonna be super. He's gonna have the jokes. Yeah. He's gonna roast him for half round early. He's gonna have the comedy. He's gonna have the punches. He's gonna have the schemes with it. Clips is gonna be freestyling also, but when he does do it, it's not gonna be too much, man. I think Charlie's gonna come back to really put on a show, man. And I'm looking forward to this battle because I want to see Ken Av step it up. Because you're facing the dude with the most personality in battle rap. You're not known to have that, but you got tons of great punches. You got to now start coming with some other tools, my man, to combat some of this. Because I look at Nitty versus John.
The only reason why I think he won't come with more tools is that he's elite at what he does.
Right, but if you only got one move, and if that move isn't working that night, you're screwed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because we don't know what the energy is going to be like. We don't know if there's going to be a 2-round break. You know what I mean? Like, look at Nitty. I'm sure Nitty sat there and said, these bars I wrote are crazy. These bars I wrote are fire. You get a 2-round break.
2-hour break.
You get a 2-hour break. You're tired. John standing there like, man, let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying there could be circumstances where it's just like.
But when you got other tools, you can. Like, if Jordan can't get to the rim, he got the fadeaway. You know what I'm saying? He got the mid-range.
He can still pass.
He can pass.
Yeah.
He can set screens. He can play defense. But if all you got is that jumper and that jumper's not hitting, you become John Starks in the finals. Basketball balls. You know what I'm saying? But you become that. And then what happens? You go home with no ring.
But that's why you and I have Clips winning because of the variety of skills.
Absolutely.
The realize that he's aware of the moment that he's in.
Absolutely.
And I think he is in good condition to be focused mentally for the battle.
Yeah, man. And we saw how good Vegan Verb was. So, quote unquote, Vegan Charlie. We'll see how good Vegan Charlie is. I don't believe he's vegan, but salute to Charlie Clips. I have him winning. I'm going to give Av a round.
You got to give him a round.
I got to give him a courtesy round, but I can see this easily turning into a 3-round laugh fest.
So I have a question. I think the location wasn't announced. Does that make a difference?
Nah, because Clips is good. Big room, small room, medium size. It don't matter to Clips, man. I think if it's in a big room, it's not to Av's advantage. I don't think it's the Avs advantage if it's in a
Well,
big room.
Born Legacy Supreme's a little more
Right,
intimate.
so a little
more
500
intimate.
joint.
Yeah, a little more intimate.
That's Avs setting, but I mean,
That is Avs' best setting.
But think about this though. You get an intimate setting with a magnanimous character like Charlie.
I was about to say that. Like,
oh
that,
my
that,
God,
that, like,
are you crazy?
Although the setting caters to
Are you
Av,
crazy?
although the setting caters to Av, Charlie's not weakened by it.
No,
so
at all. He's just gonna be glowing even more, man. But it's gonna be a fire battle, though. Fire battle.
I agree.
Fire battle.
Quick thoughts on Shotgun Suge and Gluezy. What you think?
Yo,
I like
my mind says Suge should win.
I agree.
Is Suge motivated to win this battle? I don't know if he is, but I don't know if he's been motivated to take on the other guys that he took on. But he took on those other up and coming dudes, and he got rid of Briz. To me, he got rid of T-Top when he had T-Top. He got rid of Saga when he had Saga.
This is when he made his run, and
he's the real PG killer.
And it's when he made his run, and I think we can say like, okay, now we can no longer deny Suge's spot of being a top tier.
He's a top tier. He's
like,
a marquee name now.
Because people always like we live in the moment in battle. That's a problem, right? And we forget like early Suge, 2013, 2012, 2011 Suge. Like he choked a couple battles.
They try to write him off.
And nobody was giving him that look. Like they talk about Jersey, they just talk about Arsenal Surf. Arsenal Surf. Like O-Red wasn't in the conversation yet.
Not even. O-Red was still taking losses to what's my man's name? To Young Scripps in the parking lot when Smack was looking at him crazy.
That's
you
really
got
early.
Me out here 2 in the morning.
Yeah, that was really early.
Lot.
That was really early.
Early O-Red.
Yeah.
Even from then, nobody was talking about clips. I mean, about Suge on that level
Suge's
back
evolution from that moment to now is great.
He's a big dog now.
And I think he takes his talent now. He prefers to battle a younger, hungrier guy than the seasoned vet.
He makes them look, yo. You know what? I'm going with Shotgun Suge, man. I'm going with Suge in this battle. He hasn't let me down versus the young guys. I don't see why that's going to stop now. He's got so many angles to go at Gluezy with.
He's a better performer.
He's a better performer. He might pull, if he pulls one of them jackhammer lines out, it's going to get crazy, man. It's going to get crazy.
It's so crazy how, like, that bar is kind of, that moment was kind of, so early in the battle.
Yo,
it kind
of
won him the battle.
Yo,
because, like, when people say, I have Suge winning, they say, what do you remember from Suge? And they might remember other lines, but the first thing they're going to say is the jackhammer line.
It's so visual. Yeah. And he jumped around.
Right.
In that moment, he shrunk Av. I literally seen Av just shrinking.
Yeah.
So during that moment.
Well, you said the perfect. He shrunk Av, right? Like that was his first time he had like a whole mental win. Mm-hmm. He had a couple other mental wins with like Saga and other people that came in there thinking they were just gonna sweep him, and he still beat them. Glue hasn't had one of those battles yet where there's like a challenge. There's a real challenge outside of what the content in the rounds are. Like he battled him and Twerk. Still coming up, so they're battling heavy, back to back, to back, punch it. And he's been on the streak. Like he definitely deserves a plate. Like he battled Geechee on the road. I thought he beat him.
Battle.
I love the battle. I thought he beat him personally.
It's debatable,
but it's debatable. It's a preference.
It's a preference battle.
It's punching versus that street gang talk. So it's a preference round, right? He then gets a short notice in the week battles Danny Myers.
Yo, I thought he beat Danny.
I thought he beat Danny as well.
I thought he beat Danny. I thought Geechee got him. I had Geechee
first and foremost,
but I thought he beat Danny.
First and foremost, shout outs to both of them.
Right.
They're fucking warriors.
Yes.
You know, because
and Danny's my man.
I mean, battlers are used to battling unscripted, but not in this era where you have to prepare these 3 rounds, get ready for the stage performance.
And you're living a real life.
And they did it in 5 days of prep.
Right.
And it wasn't even a bad battle.
Right.
And Glue won it, but it's that win, like it comes with an asterisk because it's kind of like you know, you kind of slipped in an opportunity here and you won, but like
it wasn't fully prepped.
We like more that how you went about the battle than the outcome of it.
Right. You didn't shit the bed. You came through. You delivered. And then he had the chess battle, and though he got his off, but chess was so terrible that it's like
you know what I liked about the chess and Glue battle. It's not out yet, so I won't spoil too much. But first, I love the beginning of it where he gave a free battle to Smack because he was aware of his recent performances and how it hurts himself, the brand, and everything. He gave that free performance to Smack. His first round was okay. But after his second and all, he was stumbling through. But he had lines in there where like you see frustration.
Always does.
No, he had lines where you saw frustration between the stumbles, and he was almost frustrated because he's stumbling.
Right.
And like for a split second, you see the stumbles coming not because he can remember his raps, but because like his mind is racing too much. And he had like a quick line. He said like, you know, because I'm special, the devil choice is like, you know, work extra hard to get me. So like, yeah, it's a win for Glue.
Yeah.
And,
but it wasn't anything special.
But it's not going back to
it.
It's nothing too special. Plus, they did at the end of the night.
Right.
Of a
Everyone's
long card.
tired already. Come
so
on,
like,
man.
it's another win that's like, yo, there did be some notable people, but the way it went about it, like,
right.
You still haven't seen you in front of somebody fully prepared, fully adjusted to
right,
you.
Right. And Sugar's gonna give him all of that. He's gonna come with it. He hasn't been slacking at all. Whenever he's on Smack, he comes 110%. I'm looking forward to it, man. I think Sugar's gonna outclass him, but I think Glue is gonna come all 3 rounds fully prepared.
Yeah,
great punches.
Suge's best performances for the most part are against up and comers, but they should be hungrier than him. So
absolutely, and this is a chance to see if you can actually survive and bang and make it up to the next stage. Because I tell you what, if Glue Easy has a fire performance, win, lose, or draw against Shotgun Suge, it easily throws him. It keeps going.
Yeah, if Glue does enough to stay afloat and beat all the like obstacles that he hasn't faced yet, we're gonna say, hey, that guy's the real deal.
Yeah.
Like, that guy's the real deal. He performed. He got through performance. He rebutted. He fought through a crowd. He can handle a bigger stage than this.
And not only that, if you look at their trajectory, right?
Right.
If he's able to handle Suge and give us a great battle, T-Top didn't give us a great battle versus Suge.
It was a good battle. Wasn't great, but it was good.
But he got washed.
Okay.
To me.
No, I had
sat
Suge
him
winning.
down Indian style. Okay. He got washed right on T-Top. Briz, Suge was pushing Briz around like a rag mop in the first round. He looked crazy. Briz still wasn't the Briz that we see now. So Suge clearly got that. So if I'm looking at it,
clearly beat Mike P.
Clearly be. Come on, man. We're not even talking about
See,
that.
So, but that's his most
right.
That's the most recent.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you look at that.
Right.
If Homeboy can come out and have a stellar performance versus Suge, and looking at the trajectory of the other guys and where they are, it's only great things for Glue Easy, man. So Glue, we know you coming with it, man. Bring your 3 rounds. You got to bring A1. We expect nothing less. I'm still going to edge Shock. I'm still going to have Suge winning decisively, clearly to me. But it's up to you, big man. This is your moment.
This is your moment.
This is your Eminem moment. All right,
Suge knows what to do.
Exactly.
Glue's figuring out what to do.
Suge's trying to get you out of here.
Right.
You got to figure it out and get it together. And we got faith in you. Bring it, brother.
So, another match. Well, I think it's the only matches for Supreme Born Legacy so far. So then the other event, they have the Survivor Series again in the DMV.
Talk about it.
First match that was announced for that card was Tech 9 and Jims.
Are you excited about this match, brother?
Can I be honest?
Talk to me. There's no other way to
Lyrically, I'm not excited. Storyline, yes.
Yo, I'm excited.
Like if they had no storyline, if they didn't have any back and forth, I would be like, why are they even battling?
I wouldn't even watch it if
they
didn't.
Yeah, realistically speaking, like I wouldn't have been excited for the battle because of the style clashing because they had no history. But the history behind it right now is like really building up, and honestly, it can get kind of ugly.
Yo,
it can very easily get ugly.
Dare we say this battle could go left, which I don't want it to.
This battle could go left,
but I'm looking at it like this, man. This is gonna be great promo back and forth. I expect nothing less but great blogs from Jims. I expect nothing less but great. Yo, Tech was going in on that live stream.
Listen, Tech. On the, in between the live streams, interviews with Hip Hop is Real,
Yo, Tech was talking
on
crazy.
Champion, on Twitter, everywhere, he let it all out.
All of it.
All
he don't
out.
like him. He don't respect. And that's dangerous when someone is saying that. Now, whether he's selling it, I don't know. But here's the other thing that I don't know. I guess, which was his last performance? Not Wavy.
Tech 9's? Jerry West.
Tech 9's Jerry West. I watched that battle.
It was good
one
for a round.
time.
It was good for a round.
I didn't go back to that battle.
Right.
But the thing that's crazy to me is that I've seen Jim's battle, and I can't even say that he can decisively win this battle. You know what I mean? Because of Tech's history. But then again, it's like I can't even say Tech can decisively.
Well,
I'm almost watching this battle for all the tomfoolery that comes around this battle.
This is the one reason.
Than the battle.
This is the one reason why I'm going to give it to Tech. Not because Tech has been on URL more. He's seasoned. He's had moments. But that's also a highlight. Not because Tech is on Champion. He's analyzing battles now day to day,
All
week
day
to
long,
week,
yeah.
all the time. So that's definitely improved his skills as far as his writing, probably
Mhm.
what to pinpoint, what to control, what to see, what the crowd likes. Like he's watching battles more than gyms,
Right.
for sure, right now. So he has that on his side, and I think stylistically he can joke on gyms, and the angle that Tech 9 has now, he's spitting it to us early, but can make it into a round and still be hot.
Yo, Tech got so much.
He has so much in his arsenal.
He has. All right, you know what? Matter of fact, Tech cannot lose this battle. He has too much to work with in this battle.
Right.
Jims has set it up on the plate. We know Tech can be funny. And what I love about Tech, when you go back to like that Rich Dollars battle, he'll set you up with a joke and then hit you with something so gutter right after that you're just like, oh my God, or something so throwback, something so hood, or something only that Tech can do. And with all the things that Jims has going on in his life with the circumstances that happen back to back, and if Tech doesn't take his foot off of Jim's neck, like if he applies pressure, he's going to snap Jim's neck, man. And I don't know if Jim's has earned that super poise yet where he can take those powers away and say, yeah, that happened.
Well, yeah,
but I'm still popping. I'm still, you know what I mean?
So far, a lot of his battles that he's had 27, which was his breakout year, one of his best years, or his best year for sure. He's found a formula in marketing. He's found a formula in the way to bring things around. He's found a way to bring presence. He hasn't found a way to diminish his opponent.
Right.
He beats them by elevating his performance and keeping what he does sharp, like a good punch in between, a joke, a good punch in between,